Hello, it's your boy. It's me, Fenton. It's Monster Train, as per usual. Um, I'm going to talk about the thing again, like I've talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again because I got some fresh thoughts. Because I played some casually and it went really badly. And when I watch other people playing at Covenant 25, they seem to always do really well, and they're on like 5 or 6 win streaks, and it upsets me because that's the kind of person I am. I like to be good at things, and yeah. And so I go on tilt because when my runs don't go as planned, I'm like, God damn it, I'm so stupid. Why am I so stupid? And I think that makes things worse, going on tilt. Obviously, that's why it's called going on tilt. But like yesterday, I can show you the run history. It's pretty embarrassing. I played from 5 until 8, just casually hitting random, and the random screwed me. I have to say, like Umbra. Thanks for that. And these 3 were all exiled Umbra runs as well. Like, I'm sure the random is broken in some way, or it leans towards more of the things that you don't have in the logbook or something. I don't really know. And on the one hand, it's like this was the episode that we won, hooray! And this was a little fade run that was broken good, as you can see. It lasted 20 minutes, 35 minutes. Anyway. And these like died on 3rd floor, died on the 6th floor, 6th floor, 4th floor. This run I got the copy 5 for the Titan Sentry, and let me tell you, that does not win the game. It kind of, like, it does alright up until Seraph, and then you lose because Titan Sentry, especially Seraph the Temperate, because Titan Sentries cannot survive Shade Wings. 15 times 2. It turns out it's a lot of damage and they don't really survive. So, on the one hand, it's like I'm still learning. On the other hand, I now have, let's have a quick look at the stats here. 136.9 hours in Monster Train, and I still feel like I'm not very good, and I don't really know why that is. Clearly, and I say this in my puzzle videos, my puzzle game videos, we're Awoken, regular Awoken, random today. I say this in my puzzle game videos. If you keep trying to do the same thing and you're not getting anywhere, then clearly your approach is wrong. And that is the same way with any game, or any problem really that you're having, is that if you're approaching it in a certain way, you know, like, definition of insanity is doing the same thing multiple times and expecting different results, of course. So I've lost 3 Umbra runs in a row, but mostly that's because I tried to do the same thing every time, which was take the champion and put it behind. But then that's how you play that champion, right? Anyway, long story short, I'm still learning. There's things I'm not ever doing. Like, I still haven't put a spreadsheet in front of myself and gone, here's what each combat is and how it works. I'm just sort of hoping I'll eventually absorb that. But the only one I can tell you off the top of my head is the Gathered Clergy, which is just clergy, and the Sycophants of Seraph, which is just sycophants behind some dudes. I haven't even learned what their bloody names are. There's the wave where it's like 4 sycophants, and then like the very back is a heavy, and then there's a wave where it's 1 heavy and 4 sycophants, and another wave where it's 2 heavies and 4 sycophants. And these are the things you need to know, right? Because I think if you want to be good at the game, you have to know what strategies work and why they work, and you can't just build a general catch-all, this is generally good. But you kind of have to in a way, because you don't know exactly what combats you're going to get, right? If you might get Crystal Cloak as a boss, and so you need Damage Shield Warden. Or you might get Self-Made Harpy, so you need Lifesteal Warden. Like, there's no actual way to know which one of those 2 units you're going to need until you get to Circle 5. And if you take one and never see the other, like I had one of those Umbra runs, I swear to God, it offered me Crucible Warden or the one I don't like, the Damage Shield Warden, 3 times. I took the first one because it was the Umbra champion, and you kind of have to take the first unit you get given because the Umbra champion doesn't do anything. The exiled Umbra champion doesn't do anything. You can't rely on the exiled Umbra champion being eaten by a train steward to win the combat after the first floor. So I took the first decent unit it showed me, which was Crucible Warden. And it was like that and a Shadow Eater or something, whatever that unit's called. I like, what can you do? Like, clearly you can do something. Like, I'm not saying that run was 100% unwinnable. Anyway, it's a new day. We're back to the cycle. Playing it in cycles is certainly easier because you know what you're going to get. You can think about it. You can get in the mood for playing. We're going to play Sentinel Awoken. We know that. We've been thinking about it all day. That's not true. Thinking about it for the last 5 minutes since I've been chatting. It's Seraph the Diligent. It's Awoken, exiled, Hellhorned. Christ, well, that's bad. Talus the Architect, Sap, dazed on strike, Darkness Incarnate. Obviously, is it always Darkness Incarnate? I can't remember. Yeah, Talus Darkness Incarnate, Talus the Architect, Arcus Darkness Incarnate. It's just weird. It's the Sin of Darkness one, so it's blinding dark shards and looming dark shards. I feel like there's only 2 of these, right? There's dazed and apply +1 spells, and then there's dazed and something else. Well, there's the one that gives you thingies. And Seraph the Diligent. Seraph the Diligent is fine. Diligent and Temperate are fine, right? You can play around those quite easily. What's the one? What's the Chaste? Chaste is like, I find this video is like a sort of summary of my 140 hours of playing the game and how I feel about it, just in case you didn't know. Not every video is like this. Seraph the Chaste, I feel like, invalidates so many strategies, and that it's extremely difficult. And Seraph the Patient is just now, the changes from the beta, the Seraph the Patient is so hard. Anyway, let's just go, shall we? 2 Vine Grasps, 2 Horn Breaks, a Restoring Retreat. It's Queen's Implings, which, ooh, oh dear, oh dear. These are awful. What on earth are you supposed to do with those? Friendly units enter with Rage 3. Well, I guess they say 7-1 on them now. That's not great. And it's Boone of the Blacksmith, I guess. It's Rejuvenate, or it's Explosive or Cultivating. Cultivating, like, I don't see how you can ever really take that. Unless your starting cards are so good. We've got to go Rejuvenate here, and just the whole plan is just restores. And I guess maybe the Restoring Retreat helps. It's already not looking good, I have to say. The only upside is that we can just vomit out all the Queen's Implings and the Train Stewards on the bottom floor, and then the deck is just 5 Restores, 2 Vine Grasps, 2 Deadweights, and 2 Horn Breaks. But that takes a long time. But the plan is Rejuvenate, so we're just reliant on the game really showing us cards that say Regen printed on them, and seeing as it's Seraph the Diligent, we don't automatically lose because we're going because Seraph's not going to just halve our regen every turn. Can you take a Mark of Invasion here? Probably yes, because you can put Queen's Implings in front of the Sentinel to body block, and it's money, and I didn't look at the rest of the map. Awoken Banner on the Merchant of Steel side is fine. There's a Hell Vent here, that's ridiculously early Hell Vent, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with that. Maybe duplicate this unit if it's good enough, like, whatever, Shattered Shell maybe. You don't duplicate a Shattered Shell, that makes no sense. Another Awoken Banner, or we go Merchant of Magic, maybe just get a whole bunch of -1s on Restores or something. We'll take the trial. Boone of the Blacksmith doesn't do a huge amount at this stage in the game, because even the Forged Disciples are going to need 2 hits. But, you know, at least if you can do 10 damage, which... So I guess we can clear the top floor quite handily. Do we take? Oh, you die from the regen. Okay, well that's even better then. Alright, we'll put this here to body block for the next turn. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up, I ain't got all day. Great, collector that we can't get. It's so strange, you take this trial, Mark of Invasion makes it really hard to get the collector. So you kind of trade one set of money for another. Although we wouldn't have gotten the collector here anyway, so, you know. And we will... It's actually not bad, the 35, isn't it? Because this means one's Queen Impling. If you can get rid of the Trusted Priest, which obviously we cannot. This makes more sense. No, it doesn't. This makes more sense. A Vine Grasp. This will do 20. As long as you go below 35, it doesn't really matter. I should probably do this here. We played every unit we've drawn, except for the one Train Steward, so... There's a case to be made here for playing Restore and then Descending You, but because you don't attack and we haven't got that much regen, it's in fact irrelevant. You can go up, it's fine. Right, we're shuffling the deck. Give me all of these restores, please. Alright. Well, we're going to take 5 for the trial, which I guess is acceptable. I suppose. Wow. None of these say regen on them. Stealing Hearts is pretty okay. We're about to go to an Awoken banner, so we might like see an Animus of Will or something. It's fine. It's a good card. I certainly don't need another one of these, and I mean, these have got a buff on them now, but we have no synergy with them at all. It's like, take a card that deals 10 damage and draw one, like, the card that you draw with this could have just been that anyway. Stealing Hearts is alright. Okay, these are imps. Do I want more of this? I don't think I do. I mean, Molting Imp's not bad. A Welder Helper is a good card. Molting Imp is okay. It's just... It's not a card that says regen printed on it, so and that is our win condition at the moment, so I don't see how you can thin your deck out. I can't take these. That's my analysis. You know, and then basically just do the opposite of what I say, because I don't win the game very often. Plus 10, plus 25, and Endless. This is not really the clan for Endless, is it? These are not really what I wanted, because I don't really want to be spreading my regen over 2 separate units. But I don't know if I can get away with not taking one. How can you take one of these? You can't. You can't take a holo here. Because your regen needs to go into the champion. Like, maybe you take this one because it can block for your... It can tank for your champion, at least. But then you just don't... You can't put any regen on it. I wanted a Shattered Shell or something to clear the backline. And you can't clear the backline unless I commit regen to you, which I'm not doing, because it needs to go on the champion. This is a skip from me, and again, I might be wrong, but I'm skipping because I've got this here, which I apparently am committing to going to. I could go here, because the Sentinel in theory can tank as well if you get enough regen cards, like it can sit in front of an Alpha Fiend, and that is a generally pretty good strategy. I'm probably going to go here, so that, and then go this way, and get the unit shop for this banner, but you know, we have to survive that long. I might just purge a card that doesn't say regen on it. I might just start doing that plan. Got 2 Horn Breaks and 2 Vine Grafts, so we're actually quite good at dealing with the backline already, thinking about it. Well, I'm gonna purge at some point in this run, so I may as well start doing it now. Let's get rid of one of these. Well, let's just leave. Let's just leave in disgust. Armor 10, can't take it. Can't take it. Disciple Conduits. I've got less time with the Disciple Conduits because the haste just takes them up to the top most of the time. A unit draft would be nice. I just don't think I can take this particular trial. Because I need to pick off the backline to buy me some time. I need to pick off the Conduit Infiltrators. I don't think I can take it. Like maybe, I suppose. So what do you do with this? Do you put them on the bottom because then the regen works more? Like maybe that's correct. Because at least the regen is going to do everything it possibly can down here. Like there's no point in playing the Sentinel up the top and playing a Restore because it runs out by the time anything gets up there. Yeah, okay. I mean, only because I drew that hand, or I could just clear the whole floor anyway. Great. Well, got a Collector. Plus I can do Restoring Retreat on the bottom floor as well. Let's not forget that. I definitely should not have done that, and I should have done these two. I don't know why I just ignored that completely. That one's on me. That was clearly a mistake. I'm taking 6 here for no reason. I might just have to take 6 Pyre damage for that mistake and get some regen on you. What am I drawing? I'm not drawing any regen next turn. I've drawn it all. Oh dear. Oh dear. And it's the sweep combat as well. I'm screwed. I'm actually dead. I'm not dead, but you know. Doing nothing. Yeah, no, I'm dead. Oh, you got a haste. Brilliant. Well, maybe Boone of the Blacksmith saves me. Haven't run the numbers. No, well that was good, wasn't it? Great. Good job, me. I really aced that one. I really showed them what for there. I kind of just don't want to do Exiled Hellhorned with this, but I guess that's the done thing, is you just try again. 2 Stings, 2 Multigimps, and a Bramble Lash. Seraph the Chaste. Hooray! Seraph the Chaste with an Awoken start. Talos the Architect with Protective Sin. And Darkness Looming and Shattering. +1 and Hellborn Harvest. That's the other one I couldn't think of. Okay, right. So Chaste makes... like, Chaste is just so bad against every strategy in the game that's not incant. The restores go away, the rage goes away, the damage shields go away. I guess it's good against... I guess burnout's good against it. Anyway, we'll see. We'll just have to see. Well, I guess you take Thorn Casing here because you start with 2 stings. Spikes 10 seems correct to me. I suppose. Chased just destroys this. And then your champion just does nothing for the chased fight because, you know. But maybe that's fine. Maybe we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. And, you know, we can have a floor with the champion on that has some spikes, but that are generally going to go away, and at least Chased will just spend some time debuffing this rather than having... I think the biggest thing with Chased is you can't rely on a single floor strategy. I think, from my experience, you just can't do it. Because if you at least if you have a 2-floor strategy, then Chased has to go between the 2 floors, and you can kind of get one to catch up while she's dealing with the other. If you have a single floor strategy, she just halves the buffs every turn. She just goes half, 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 and you're just, you know, that very quickly turns to 0. I'm not taking this. Like, there's no point. We didn't get any health cards again. The reason I took it before is because revenge is also atrocious. I will take this because Disciple Protectors now will have piercing from the spikes, so these just die to one single spike. Is it called spike? It's called sting. There we go. Spikes is a different keyword of the game. And I guess I'll set up top floor. I'm going to put this Queen's Impling here because this catches a top floor collector. I'll do this. I may as well. Good. Hooray. We drew the sting. Against the unit that does absolute... Oh, you've got 4. I forgot you got 4. Haha. Wow, these do 20 damage now. That's incredibly good. To take 4... I might take more than 4 by not making sure you die. Is the interesting thing. What am I going to draw next turn? I've got space for... I'll have space for 3 Queen's Implings and a Sting. If I draw it, is nice. And I'm going to draw... So I guess the worst I can draw is Deadweight, Restore, Train Steward. I'm going to draw 1 extra because of the Sting. So actually it's fine, yeah, because I'll have the 3 Queen's Implings. And if anything, I'll just put them behind so that the Forged Disciple dies from the spikes. Yes. Oh, in fact, I have 2 energy left. It's because I couldn't play on this floor. That's what confused me. This is fine. I don't have space for the 2 Queen's Implings because you don't end up dying in that scenario. So in fact, I am going to take 6. Yeah. Okay, well that was wrong. That one's on me. There's no point now in doing anything more than that. I guess body blocking for these Train Stewards is fine. So I took 6 instead of 4 for the Triarch, which... You know, I guess it's not that bad, really. You hit for 5 a time. Am I going to find a way to kill the back line? No. I guess I could draw Bramble Lash and it's all sorted. Taking 14 a turn. Well, you die from the spike straight away, so there's not really anything else we can say about this rather than just pressing end turn and just see what we draw. See how bad it is. It's quite bad. We drew the Bramble Lash though, so it's fine. It turns out it's actually fine. Six for the trial. It's a unit draft. Right, what you got for me? Steel Enhancer, Vine Grasp, Sharpen. Sharpen's a good card. We've got a Bramble Lash as well. Makes Bramble Lash do an extra 40. It does give our Sentient an attack number, which is often not what you want, because you don't then want to take your own spikes damage back. And it's 2 energy. We can't really play all the cards in our hand at the moment because we're drawing extra with stings. The only backline killing we have is Molting Imp, and obviously the spikes from the Sentient. But I mean, that does kill backline, but it kills backline at a cost. You obviously have to take the attack to kill the backline, whereas a Vine Grasp just deals with it. Plus Vine Grasp has utility in other ways, like moving your units around on your own floor. Plus it's very good with the stings, in fact, because we can just pull things to the front and then sting them to death. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Event, a Fledgling Imp, a Hornbreak. These are all fine-ish, but again, like, they do things that we already deal with now, except for Fledgling Imp, which is its own thing. I don't know whether you take the first imp you see. If you see an imp on circle 1, I don't know if you just take it, because the game might just offer you endless imp stuff. But again, it's not a welder helper, so you know, you can't just slam that. An Animus of Speed behind the Sentient. It's got quick. It's got 25 attack. It's okay. It doesn't get destroyed by Seraph the Chase. To be fair, neither does Awoken Hollow. And Awoken Hollow would be a nice setup for a second floor, which is what we said the chased plan should be. Let's go single floor for now, because I want to take this, because it sits very nicely behind the Sentient. And if we can get a multi-strike on it as well, that's very handy. It's only got 3 health, we'll have to deal with that, and not have to worry about spikes. It's endless. It's plus 10, it's spikes 4, and it's endless. Oh, now Shattered Shell's here. Now Shattered Shell is here. Oh, this is difficult. So you could take the Husk Hermit, and the Husk Hermit can sort of tank for you, and then just sweep. You've got to be aware of taking units that solve... you don't want to take units that solve the same problem that your other units already deal with. So the reason I took this is because it will help kill high damage, high health enemies that we currently can't do much about. This kills backline. This will kill the front enemy, and on single floor setups, that's fine. If we want a second floor, a second floor of either of these two. This doesn't do anything on its own. This is alright to start up a second floor. It's got 30 health, it does 5 damage, it sweeps the back line. Nothing currently has Slay, but I do really like Shattered Shell. I do really, really like Shattered Shell, but it's not quick, and we didn't see a quick in the store, and we can't re-roll for a quick. But obviously, like, Shattered Shell and the Sentient on the same floor, they solve the same problem. This kills the backline, then the front enemies that have the high health hit the Sentient, they take 10 damage, but then they're not dead, right? You take this, because this will kill the backline, and then Animus of Speed behind the Sentient can mop up, and then this is very good in Relentless as well, the two things. And then in that scenario, your Sentient has got more health. You know, like maybe that's not correct, but I don't particularly want to re-roll this shop. I'd rather just save the money. That's exactly the same setup. Awoken on the unit shop side. Duplication on the Awoken banner side. Merchant of Steel removes health. An artifact might be good. Another banner. We'll have to see. I'm not spending any more money. I'll save it. Sorry, it's going to be a long one, isn't it? Like, it's been 31 minutes and I'm on circle 2 and I'm on my second attempt. Alright, Mark of Invasion is easier to take than the plus 10 armor, which we didn't take in the previous attempt. Top floor is small. I don't like it. We did draw the Molting Imp, so it seems to be okay. Animus is just 2 space, right? Yeah, this is alright. I'm gonna do this. This is weird because then I can't actually play the Animus next turn unless I draw my own. Unless I draw the Vinegrass back. But to be fair, Animus behind the Husk Hermit does roughly the same thing as that it's going to achieve up here, so it's fine as a backup plan. Yeah. I think I'll just make sure you live. How did you not die? Oh, because you don't hit the spikes. That's right. Yeah. I've taken 1 so far. I have to Queen's Impling behind to not die to you, but I might just take 2 damage. Might just take the 2. Because I think I'd rather just put a Train Steward behind to get that extra bit of damage in against the boss. What are the numbers like down here? 18. Can't even remember which boss it was. Was it the Sweet Boss? Do I always get the Sweet Boss? Just always. I'm gonna put the health on you. I take 3 damage. I take 1 extra damage for that, but do I kill you or do I body block for a bit? I can't remember. If it's the Sweet Boss, then that play makes no sense. I'm pretty sure it was. No, it was this, which is even more annoying. Okay, well we can do this. That changes a little bit, I suppose. And then do this. Get ready for this as well. Spikes or sweep, right? What are you supposed to do? Oh, I drew the Bramble Ash. I've been done. The Stings have arrived. 4 attack. 2 spikes. So this would be a situation where if I'd have given the Sentient 4 attack, it would actually be worse. Probably. Kapla! 0. That's right. It's fine. I'm not scared. Drew both Stings. Reshuffled and drew both. Well, once we've gone through the deck once, it's actually quite small, isn't it? Okay. We've taken both trials, and as such, we have taken 10 pyre damage. A glimmer! A glimmer kills backline in the same way that basically every other card we have taken does. No, that's not true. It's nice to have outside because, you know, because your Husk Hermit doesn't have quick, so at least it can kill. Like, if you give it +10 and hold over. I don't know why I'm explaining this game like this is the first video I've ever made about it. I'm just going really, really in depth for no reason at all. Glimmer's probably the best card here, so I should take it because I don't really want this. Or you know, if Husk Hermit's on the bottom floor, it's fine. It's just costs 2 energy. I'll take a Glimmer. A Welder Helper, A. So that means you can put 20 armor on your Sentient, which at least means that the spikes lasts longer. You then have to kill the Welder Helper. So maybe March of Shields is better, currently. Because if this was Torches, then I would take this. And I would try and give it Endless or something, and you'd be laughing. The fact that it's Queen's Implings makes me just want to take March of Shields and just give 10 armor to the Sentient every time I draw it. 10 armor's not to be scoffed at. It's like, the equivalent of that in regen is a lot. Plus, Chased can't take it away. Yeah, it's weird, I realise. I might go Magic Shop here then, for that reason, just so I can maybe give this +10, give it a holdover maybe. We got 260 gold, we should probably utilise that. We can get more value out of buying upgrades than we can duplicating a bog standard card. And as such, I will go there. Double stack. 20 armor for 1 energy, because we obviously give it the -1. How much does that cost? 115. So this and this is 140, leaves 120, which means we can't reroll into holdover, but maybe that's fine? Maybe this is okay? And I might reroll just to give, excuse me, I might reroll to give Bramble Lasher -1, and then whatever this is, 40 and piercing. That can't be a correct choice. I'll make a Restore Juicy, just to do a one-off. Hey, there's the +10 at least. Oh, can I afford both? Hang on. Is that better? The -1 on Bramble Lash. That's a good question. I guess it is, because we get a lot of value out of this regardless of which turn we play it. Whereas the Bramble Lash, we have to have a very specific reason to play it. And as such, I would play it for 2 regardless, because it currently says 100 damage. So, there we go. It's a Branded Warrior. Steelworker is not a card currently. It doesn't do what we want. Branded Warrior is maybe the other card that you want behind one of the other tanks. But also, no. I want scaling independent of stuff that Chase can get rid of. I'd snap pick an Alpha Fiend here, like I wouldn't even think twice about it. March of Shields, dupe 5 please. Oh, every single time with this piece of crap event that I hate. Go away. Do I undervalue it? Dazed 3. That's what, 60 damage once for 2 energy? It's just not very good. It's knockback Talos, so I'm glad we have been planning around that. Ha ha ha. Very funny joke. We can actually plan around it with imps, although not when the top floor is small. If the top floor is small, then we basically just have to go Husk Hermit Animus at the bottom again. I feel like this is a pretty self-contained turn. Not really what I wanted to see there, but it's fine, I suppose. Yeah. Incant is just about a net positive, I suppose. Alright, so I'm not taking this. So the problem with body blocking is that then you don't take the spikes damage. Not here, I'm not too concerned. This damage will happen eventually. I don't particularly want you walking up. I did draw 2 stings, I'm aware of that. And actually, I can play my whole hand regardless, so... I'll just get the damage there instead. It's fine. We need unit upgrades, and we need them quite severely. And I do realise I just spent all my money in the magic shop, so that's funny, but... We'll see what this Merchant of Steel has for us, providing we get that far, which we will. This is why I did this, for the boost. Fine Grasp. This 5 armor from Talos is not insignificant, is it? It really makes 1 health units a pain in the arse. I don't know whether to kill you. I think I will. I think that was fine. Oh, I drew the Bramble Lash on a pretty decent turn. The knockback has screwed me. Is there anything to do with this? I guess Molting Imp solves the problem. But then, like, you never... Like, this is always now an issue. Can't move you back. I can Vine Grasp. I can Vine Grasp the Husk Hermit back in front, actually. Big brain plays. I guess I'm just doing this, then. Final wave. Wow. Seven. Does that change anything? You have to get you at effectively 35 health for it to be worth anything, so no. Is this better up? It does incant you though, doesn't it? That is a good point. So I'm taking... Oh, I'm taking 8 from you, so I probably shouldn't incant you because... Oh no, sorry, I can't read numbers. I'm only taking the 4. I'll probably leave it at 4. You've got armor. The regen, because I thought you were losing 4 health, I forgot about the armor. It's fine. Let's just do this instead. Stings, eh? I get 5 more damage if I do this, and again, you're at full health, so this is actually irrelevant. How much damage does this do? Not a lot. Not a lot. Oh, I'm going to draw the Bramble Lash next turn. That's good. That's very helpful, in fact. I might have been dead without that. Yeah, that's only 100. I might be dead anyway. Wow. feel like I've done absolutely nothing wrong in this whole run. I feel like every single decision I've made has made sense. And yet, Talos just almost nearly killed me. Quick is good. Spreading Spores is probably a win condition even against Seraph the Chaste. Channel Song is also useful. Spreading Spores on the Sentient is huge. I just have to live long enough to upgrade it here and then duplicate it here. Which is questionable, of course. Because we currently aren't that strong. March of Shields is nice. Removing a couple of Implings is very helpful as well. Because we really need the deck to be thin, because all the good cards are mixed in between Queen's Implings and things like that. Like the Bramble Lash is going to be quite helpful. Animus of Will behind the Sentient on our 2-floor setup. Do we need it now? Do we need it now? It's the bottom floor, not just Animus of Speed, Husk Hermit, and the top floor is a Sentient with thousands of regen and spikes. I am about to go to a steel shop, but also I only have 95 gold. I'm going to skip. And I'm going to take draw, I suppose. I could take energy. Because I got the stings, and the deck's quite thin, and we want to be able to play a lot of... I'm going to take energy, actually. We want to be able to play a lot of these cards when we draw them, especially the restores. Right, 20 Pyre health. We've stabilised somewhat here. Get rid of these absolute pieces of garbage. I mean, they're only one space, at least. Like, maybe the Train Stewards are also... Oh, they're both bad. They're both as bad as each other. Oh, good, a multi-strike that I can't afford. Plus 25 on Animus is less relevant now. I'd rather Husk Hermit be able to tank for a bit more. I guess. Certainly sounds correct. Whether it is correct. What did I already give him? Plus 10. Yeah, that was fine. That's fine. 15 is more than enough to sweep. And then Spikes 20 with 60 health. I mean, Revenge draw 1 is an interesting idea. The Spreading Spores isn't good enough, currently. Like, it would be... If I could make it cost 0, then yeah, sure. That would be quite funny. But as such, like, we need more damage. We're just not doing enough against... if I'd have taken the Animus of Will, then maybe Rage 7 would have been an alright get there, but I kind of want to save this for something else. I want to save my money as well. Because, like, a -1 reroll and a -1 is bonkers, and then duplicate it here, and then, oh yeah. We're off to the races. Gotta get that far first. It's fine, it's only the Porcupine. Clip Conduits, Clip Guardians, 15 armor. 15 armor on your clipped conduits. That's really annoying because it's just outside of Husk Hermit's range. 2 piercing spikes though. I really want the money. I really, really, really want the money. Really need to be able to hit good stuff from this Merchant of Magic. I got the Glimmer, which I suppose... Oh, I've drawn Animus of Speed first. It's a disaster. I guess I'll do this then. Wow, you take a lot of damage for this. I'm very glad I... That's fine. You can live. Minus 10 is less than ideal. I suppose I better start stacking restores. I got that chunky restore that I gave plus 20. There are the stings. Just in time. Ha ha ha. This gets you dead in one. It only takes 6 so far. So far. You're not doing too bad, actually. These imps are alright at getting stuff out of the way. You're an issue. I'm going to draw the Bramble Lash, right? Yeah, okay. I got lucky. This might be better up here. Now. Because next turn is Rest by anyway. You're gonna hit me for a lot. I want this and this. I guess you're not gonna hit me for that much. 12 by 1 damage. If I'd have run the numbers, that might have looked a bit different. It's alright. I took the trial and I greeded for the money. I knew what I was getting myself into. "26 spikes. You're not quite dead. This should do it. Yeah. It's very clunky. It's alright though, we got 355 gold now. Ooh, an Awake. A Preserved Thorns though. We can get to the point where we cycle, we draw so many cards and so many of them are stings and spreading spores that we're kind of just fine. I do like Awake though. But my -1s are going on. My -1s are going on the spreading spores, so I kind of can't take it for now. I can't take it until... I can't upgrade it until here, because I'm going here, and then I'm definitely going here to duplicate the spreading spores. So I like, it's fine. Like, it is good. But I'm going to take this. Draws us more cards. Another March of Shields. No. We don't even really need the March of Shields now. The March of Shields might be better off on the Husk Hermit if we give Sentient a whole bunch of regen, because you don't want regen and armor at the same time. It makes no sense. Right, we got a lot of gold. Obviously this. And then I guess we reroll and decide if we want double stack or not. Let's also, may as well, while we're here. And we've got so much money. Give Vinegrass plus 10? Yeah. It's quite handy, as I say, with the stings, to be able to just pull something to the front and sting it twice. Don't think I want the Preserved Thorns to cycle through my deck. We did get a double stack, so now we've got to decide whether we want Spreading Spores to do 4 and 4 but cost 2. I don't think you can do that. I think you'll play it less if it costs 2 than you would if you just made it cost 0 and play loads of them. I guess we'll make another Restore Chunky. Now we'll use that for burst healing on the Husk Hermit. And we will continue to remove Train Stewards, because Queen's Implings are at least only one space. So they can body block for the Husk Hermit. Not that it's really a huge problem. Please give me the Dupe 5 event. I know it's a bit late, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, just Awoken's Rail Spike is perfectly acceptable. Alright. What you got for me? Circle 5. Oh, it's Crystal Cloak. That's fine. I'll take a Mark of Invasion here with the spikes and the spreading spores and the various things going on. Is this greedy? Is this greedy? I don't need the money. It's greedy. It's greedy. I have decided. It slows me down as well, whereas I really want to be, yeah. I'd like for you to die before the Animus of Speed gets killed by you, and I can actually do 80 damage straight away. I can also slam this for 3, so I will. I drew the spreading spores with it. I mean, that's a bit of a waste, I guess, but... Wow, we're going to draw 9 cards next turn. Let's play the Husk Hermit on this floor, get it over and done with. Nothing has haste in this combat. You take 13, but... not if I do this. And then if I do this, I don't take anything at all. Crazy. What a crazy game we're playing, eh? Like, that monster train, oh, it's a crazy game. Weird. Okay, so we're almost... that's weird, isn't it? That is not a good scenario. I mean, it's correct. Got another sweep unit here, which is almost certainly going to kill me. You're also not dying? Oh, I'm drawing a Bramble Lash next turn. It's fine, I will play the Sting down here then. I suppose I can do this, and then this. Which doesn't feel great, I have to say. I want to get rid of this Train Steward, I just don't want to give you Slays. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, why do I lose the game so much? Maybe it's because I say whatever every time I have to make an important decision. No, that can't be right. The sweep gets rid of these for me, but as such, the Queen's Implings then don't really do what I want them to do. But I will get rid of it from the deck. Please, where are these bloody spreading spores is? May as well consume them now, they're just gonna bloody clog up my deck. Didn't get that Animus of Speed to survive, so we are now 25 damage down per round. Also, we've got to survive lots of turns of this. Right, the Bramble Lash. Why do I keep calling it Bramble Lash? I suppose it doesn't matter. We either win or lose based on the stealth, not really based on the damage. I mean, that's obvious. That was obviously going to happen. helps a little bit. I wonder if any restore down here helps. I have to run the numbers. 7 times 13 is 91, and you're currently on... You lose 1 from this, so it's actually 6 times 13, which is 78, and you're on 85, so how come you don't do anything? 6 times 13, 60, 6 times 3, 18, 78, and you're on 80... What's happening? I did that just to see what was going on. I don't understand. Yeah, 1 turn away. 240? Are you serious? Well, another good run. Thanks. Please, can someone please help me? I'm crying for help here. This is officially a cry for help now. Because I don't understand that. Did I not play around the stealth enough? I lost the Animus of Speed to the sweep because I couldn't kill the sweep guy. Like, that definitely gets you there. So should I have played around that? How do I play around that? What, like March of Shields it and then Vine Grasp my Sentinel back in front? Did I ever see that happen? Was that ever even a consideration? Maybe, I wasn't paying enough attention at the time. Alright, well, that was miserable, and my experience with Monster Train continues to be just miserably losing and then questioning my value as a human being for not being able to play the game properly. Maybe it's fine. Maybe a lot of people lose this much at Covenant 25, but that's not what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm watching the wrong streamers. Maybe I need to watch streamers who are bad, and not streamers who are really, really good, and then assuming that they're the average player of the game, because obviously they're not. Right. Thanks for watching. If you want to let me know what the hell's going wrong, then please leave a comment. If you liked me suffering for an hour, then click the like button. If you want to see more Daily Monster Train, then be sure to subscribe, and that's what you'll get. Other than that, what can I say except thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.